I don't think I can go back from this. Taking things back just a couple weeks ago, I completed this part of the dresser. I think you guys might remember it was a tall red tall boy dresser, and I did change it and I did this cute little piece with the top portion. This turned out so lovely. So in this video, we're going to find out what I did exactly with the bottom portion of the tall boy dresser. So the first part was to actually take these apart, which I did show you guys in another video. I will have that linked down below. After I took these two pieces apart from each other, I was then able to work on each piece separately and treat them as separate pieces and not one solid tall unit. So I actually did the same exact process. To strip the paint off, I used the citrus stripping gel on both pieces. I did this the exact same day. So this footage was kind of, again, already shown in a previous video. So I will just link that down below, and we're going to jump on to sanding. I'm at the point where I need to go ahead and sand. This looks a lot different. So this is what it looks like before sanding. I'm going to show you what I was able to do with the sander. I'm just not sure if I can restore this back to original color. This is very, very hard to sand in these little cracks. I just don't know. I mean, look at all this little detailing. I just wish this was never painted red. So I might have to sand this as much as possible and paint it, even though I really wanted to keep that original color. So what I ended up doing was actually going back over these areas that were still a little bit red with a little paintbrush, and I used that stripping gel one more time. I wanted to try something that a subscriber actually mentioned in the comments from the last video. So what I did was put this on, and then I took a toothbrush and just scrubbed very, very hard at the little cracks and crevices and everything. This took me so long, but look how good and clean this looks. Even like these little bumps, I see there's still a little bit here, but it looks so good. It took me like 4 hours. I didn't record any of it because I figured I would just tell you what I used. After that stuff, you know, I scraped it off with as much as I could with the toothbrush, get into those little nooks and crannies so hard to get that paint out. I went in with hot soapy water and went back over it and just scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed. But I think for the most part, it looks pretty good. So tomorrow, I'm going to take this outside and sand down the rest of like where it looks kind of white, you know? It's because that product is still on there, the citrus. The stripper is still on there. So I'm going to just go through and sand the rest of this off. That's why it looks a bit wet right here. I'm just going to leave it and sand it off. Hopefully I can get this looking pretty good and leave the wood color that it is. If not, I might go through and give a quick stain just to darken everything up so that any like little areas will blend in a bit better. But you can see right here all these little fibers. I will go through and sand this down and make sure it's really smooth. So this piece still has those little red areas. You can see them. Doesn't look too bad, honestly. I might go back through and fix it, but for now, I kind of like the like lines and stuff that's on the drawer, the two-tone. So that looks nice. All right, let's see what I can do tomorrow. I went ahead and I actually took it outside and I sanded the entire thing down to remove any excess red paint from this baby. This is what I'm left with, which it's a very decent color of wood. However, I don't like it. So I think I'm going to have to go through and stain it. When I was sanding, these pieces almost fell off. So I went ahead and glued them back on so they'll be drying. I'm going to let them dry. Then tomorrow I'm going to stain it that really pretty dark color that I always use. So I cannot wait to get this done. But look at this. All the little details, all that red paint is gone. So excited. I would leave it this color, but I just don't want like two matching pieces. I don't know. I'm not feeling the bigger version. I think I'd look better a bit darker. I have two different tones going on this piece. It's a little bit lighter up here, as you guys saw, and it's a bit darker here and on these. So I don't really know how this is going to turn out, but this is the stain I'm using. It's called Special Walnut 224. I got this from Walmart. This is the color. It should be kind of like a weathered look a little bit. It has a little bit of a gray tone in there, but also very neutral. So I really like that piece. I really enjoy this. I just took an old rag and then I placed it inside the can, and then I would just smear it all over this, and that's how I basically just stained this. However, I absolutely did not like this. I guess I didn't realize that the lighter wood was going to take differently than the darker piece that's on this. They definitely took differently. I should have done like a patch test or something. I love the color of the top portion where the lighter wood was kind of taking on the color I thought it was going to. However, that front half, it took on so much darker. It just left even more of a contrast, and I thought this stain was kind of going to help blend these two pieces, and now it sticks out even more. So I'm not even sure what to do at this point. I don't know. I just rolled with it, and I was like, well, I've already done it. Let's go ahead and keep going. I just regret this whole thing. What do you do? There's really no going back. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes or so, and I'm trying to wipe off the excess, and honestly, guys, I absolutely hate this. I think it's hideous. I don't think it really took evenly, not only because like right here I have like glue all over the place, so wherever there's glue it didn't really take the stain. I have pieces of paint that are still stuck in the cracks. There is two different tones going on with the actual piece. Like the drawers are turning out a bit more on the red side. I'm gonna put it in here so you can see what it looks like. So like this is way darker and this right here is a lot lighter. This looks warmer and this looks cooler, and I think this looks awful. So I'm gonna let this dry and then decide what I'm gonna do. No, I don't like this at all though. I don't really even know why I thought stain would just fix the problem, because it definitely did not. I could embrace this half and half, but I absolutely hate it. I just don't like it, okay? So it seems like the drawers are the same tone as this piece. And then you have other areas, like this is a lot lighter. This is like a, I don't know, an orangey kind of color. An orangey brown. I don't know. It's a warmer brown. I wouldn't mind it if it was all one color though. So the same with the sides. Here it's like lighter because the glue, where I glued this piece down, it kind of smeared all over the place. Can't really sand all of that. It's just a really hard situation. I absolutely hate this. I should have just left it like this. I don't think I can go back from this. Like, I don't know how to remove stain. I might have to re-sand it to get back down, but this is already at its like thinnest level because I believe this is just veneer on the top. Like glued on. Because you can see this thin piece right here. Yeah, I don't know what to do, and that's probably why there's two different pieces. There's two different things of veneer. Same with the here. This looks like it's veneer. This real thin piece of wood pressed onto this wood. I'm gonna let this dry and then figure out what I'm gonna do with it. So I'll come back to you. So as you guys can see, I went ahead and put my old mirror I have on a different unit over here. I put it on top of the dresser. This dresser is pretty big. I was going to center it here, like in front of my bed, but I didn't like the maneuver room that it left me here. So I put it over there, and I just feel like I have more room now to walk, you know what I mean? So the mirror itself is so big for this dresser. I'm thinking about cutting this down. I'm not sure. I feel like I might break it, but it's okay if I do. It was a free mirror anyway. I'm gonna eventually move all this stuff and redo my room, but I wanted to get it in somewhere in the house. I didn't really like it on the porch, so I put it in here in my bedroom, and I honestly love it. I think the color turned out nice. I'm not terribly mad at it. I just left it, obviously. It has a slight red undertone on the front half, and then, like I said, over here is more of a warmer orangey kind of tone, and then we have a lighter kind of rustic pine feel. I don't know with that. Anyways, overall I really do like the piece. I think it's nice. I even like the little scuff things down here. It just adds that weathered character to the piece. I honestly really like it, and I like it in my bedroom as well. It kind of breaks things up in here. It's just something unexpected. One thing I do want to point out is over here that one of the pole handles is actually super like rusted, and it started to oh, it's not even on all the way. It started to patina a little bit. It has this like turquoisey white areas, and I really like that. I don't mind the rust at all. I wish it looked like this, more of this brass antique feel. I love that, but I just put that one towards the bottom. That way you wouldn't really see that right away. Like, I don't want it up here on the top. But I do think overall this piece turned out really nice. Leave a comment down below telling me what you would have done with this piece. I'm just so happy that I was able to separate that top section from the bottom, and I have two separate pieces now. They're both functional. I have lots of stuff in here. So I'm just like so happy. And this was completely free. Even these turned out okay. I wish this was kind of blended in more. Like, this looks okay, how it blends down. Kind of just blends right in. But the top, you can see where the glue was kind of placed. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! I'm in my work uniform. I gotta get ready for work. I can't wait to redo my bedroom. It's gonna look different than this, so stay tuned for that video. I don't know when it will be, but alright. Just wanted to show you guys my new dresser. Bye!